But one thing for sure is, as much as I love Tron, I hate Jared Leto more. My mom was a big Tron fan. And so she showed me Tron when I was super little, and I fell in love with it. So when Tron Legacy came out, we went to go watch it together. And ever since, I've always been a huge Tron fan. So I love Tron. My mom loves Tron. Out of everyone in the world, I really wanted Tron Ares to be good. Jared Leto is on a generational run right now. I mean, he's like Shaq and Kobe in one, but instead of winning championships, he's just shitting out shit movies left and right. I mean, it's crazy. But one thing I want to talk about first is, I think if you're not a Tron fan, I think you'll like this movie. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's visually cool, right? I don't think it's visually cool as much as Tron Legacy was, but that's fine. And I think I want to talk about the positives before I get into the negatives. I think it works by itself. I think the plot is strong enough where it could pushes the story forward, and obviously it's a Tron movie, so the visuals are great. And Nine Inch Nails, as much as I didn't think it was that great, I think it did its job of being a Tron soundtrack. I think it was alright. So I think there's a lot to like about the movie if you're just thinking about the movie. But as a Tron franchise movie, it is so disappointing. First of all, the characters in Tron Ares are so forgettable, and I don't care about a single one of them, to be honest. What happens in this movie is there's literally two types of characters in this movie. There's the characters that pushes the movie forward, and there's the comic reliefs. That's it. And the comic reliefs was just Marvel humor. I feel like that, I don't even remember the character's name, but he was so forced to just be a comedic relief. The actor did a good job acting on it, but I thought it was too Marvel-ish. And then the main characters like Ares and Eve, we know their motive, but we never get the opportunity to actually connect with them. Like with Eve, we just hear and see everything about Eve, but through Ares. We don't actually get to connect with Eve. And I think the purpose of this video isn't, I'm not trying to say you should not like the movie. If you like the movie, that's great. I think it's a fun movie. But as a Tron fan who waited 15 years, this is not a Tron movie. First of all, Tron was never mentioned in the movie once. And obviously the movie tried to incorporate some of the OG Tron stuff, like Dillinger's grandson coming into the scene, or the Master Control Program, right? Like the MCP. Sure, that's a cool thing, but it just feels like they're just adding it in there just to do it. Like, it didn't really matter if it was actually Dillinger or if it was called the MCP, because it's almost a completely different entity. And what sucks the most about this movie is that there was a completely good story that Tron Legacy set up, and they did nothing with it. I mean, come on. Like, Cillian Murphy being Ed Dillinger Jr. itself is pretty compelling. You know, he could have been the big bad in the next movie. Cillian Murphy, can you imagine that? And I think even if they did Tron Ares' story with Sam Flynn, it would have still worked. Instead of Eve, it would have just been Sam Flynn. I think Sam Flynn would have a better motive than Eve did to actually get the permanence code for Ares. And also, Cora could have been such a cool mentor figure to Ares as well, who's been an ISO who lived in the real world for more than 15 years. My point is that as someone who's been wanting new Tron movie or Tron anything for the past 15 years, it was so disappointing because it wasn't about the story that I wanted to hear about or expanded on. They expanded on the grid, but that was about it. They didn't expand on Sam Flynn or anything else. I wanted something. Imagine Avengers. I'm going to give an example real quick. So the first two Avengers movie come out, right? With Iron Man, Captain America, blah, blah, blah. And it's great. The first Avengers movie was great. The second Avengers movie is great. And then for the third Avengers movie, they just say, by the way, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, they retired. But instead, we have a new Avengers. Imagine if they did that. That's how it feels. There was a completely good story in Tron Legacy that wasn't completed, and they just threw it in the trash can, and they were like, you know what? We're going to make this movie now. Why? Why was that necessary? Why couldn't they just make it work with Sam Flint and Korra's story? And there's been a lot of reports of the director saying, "Oh, we wanted to do new things and not rely on the nostalgia." Are you kidding me? This whole movie was about nostalgia. They literally go back to the original Tron. Like, are you kidding me? And they didn't want to bring back Sam Flynn, and they kept teasing Sam Flynn, like, "Oh, this office was dedicated by Sam Flynn," and or like, "Oh, Sam Flynn has resigned due to personal reasons." Like, what personal reasons? That's like hearing, like how I said, like, "Oh, Captain America has resigned due to personal reasons." What was the personal reasons? I mean, this movie was not Tron at all. The only thing Tron about it was the names, the light cycles, the discs, and all of those I think was still underwhelming as well. It was still fun and it was still new Tron stuff, so I still enjoyed it, but I wanted more. And I want to talk about Nine Inch Nails. I think they did a good job. I think it was fine. But I didn't think it was anything crazy like people were saying. But that might just be my thing. Maybe I just wasn't into Nine Inch Nails style. But Daft Punk, I was so into it. Tron Legacy just hits different. The moment I knew the movie wasn't gonna be as good is literally the beginning when Kevin Flynn goes, "The grid." Like, it was just not the same. Tron Legacy did it so much better with their intro and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a personal take. For me, I'm just kind of giving a perspective of someone who's been wanting a Tron movie for the last 15 years. And again, I think if you don't really care about the Tron world and the characters in it, I think the movie will be fun to watch. But yeah. All right.